You know that moment when you finally get your kid to understand something you've been trying to teach them for oh so long? That feeling of breakthrough after breaking it down into those tiny manageable pieces? Well, 93% of online courses use this exact same strategy, and you are already a master of it. Today, I'm going to show you how to turn your natural parent teaching skills into a profitable course framework. Keep listening. Welcome to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur, where being a busy parent isn't your limitation. It is your superpower. Superpower. I'm Tracy and this is not your typical hustle harder podcast. No. This is for busy parent entrepreneurs who refuse to choose between bedtime stories and business dreams. Every single episode delivers actionable strategies for turning your limited time into unlimited potential. From digital marketing and side hustles to online courses and passive income, we're here to help you build an empire between soccer practice and science projects. Because we Dark Horses, we do not wait for the perfect time, we create it. What is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? You know how you can break down those complex tasks into kid-sized pieces? Like teaching your toddler to tie their shoes or maybe your teenager to drive? I'm not sure which one is harder, but you know what I'm talking about. Today, we're going to be showing you how to use those exact same skills to create a course your students will love. But before we dive into today's game-changing steps from our stable framework that we've been talking about, let me quickly remind you where we have just been. In our last episode, we covered the S and the T, story and solution mapping, and target audience research. We talked about how your journey matters and how to conduct research during those everyday parent moments, those everyday moments you are already having, even as a busy entrepreneur. Now, here's why today's steps are absolutely crucial. Let me share a quick story that really drives this home. One of my clients, Jennifer, she's a mom. She kept telling herself that she needed those perfect conditions. If you said that, she needed those perfect conditions to create her course. You know, those mythical uninterrupted hours that we're all waiting for? Yeah, those. They never come, do they? But then she had this breakthrough moment while teaching her youngest how to ride a bike. She realized that she naturally knew how to break down complex tasks. She did it every day as a single parent, did it every day, even at her work. She just needed to apply those same skills into her course creation. Ladies and gentlemen, in the next 6 weeks, working in those 30-minute chunks that we've talked about, those 30-minute chunks between soccer practice and dinner prep, Jennifer outlined, created, and launched her first course. And here's the kicker. She made $27,000 in her first launch. Not because she had more time than anyone else, but because she used the next 2 steps in our framework to turn her natural parent teaching skills into a course that actually got results. It's exactly what we're diving into today. The A and the B of the stable framework. These are the steps that turn your knowledge into a structured course that sells, even if you're building it between bedtime stories and breakfast chaos. Now, let's dive first into step A of our stable framework. Action plan development. The magic headphones are kicking in and I can hear you thinking, oh great, another complicated planning process. Let me stop you right there, because you're already doing this every single day as a parent. Heck, you're probably doing this every single day as an entrepreneur. And here's where most course creator entrepreneurs get it completely wrong. The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast. They want to dump everything they know into the course that they create. It's like they're emptying a moving truck or their mind into the course. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the fastest way to overwhelm your students and completely crush their momentum. Instead, let me introduce you to what I call the parent teaching method. Think about how you teach your kid how to clean their room. You don't just say, clean it. Well, you may say that now, but when you originally started telling them, you didn't just say clean it when they were youngsters. No, you broke it down. First, they pick up their toys. Then they put the dirty clothes in the hamper. Then they make the bed. And finally, they vacuum or sweep. Yeah, okay. You see what you did there? You took an overwhelming task of cleaning a crazy, chaotic, messy room, and you made it doable. That's exactly how we need to structure your course. Let me show you how you apply this to your course creation content. Let's call this the chore chart method. Number 1, start with the end in mind. A clean room from the example we just gave. Number 2, break it into categories, like we talked about. Toys, clothes, bed, floor. Got it? Number 3, create simple action steps for each of the categories. Number 4, add checkoff points so they keep getting wins along the way. And then finally, number 5, build in rewards for completion. Yeah, make them feel good about getting it done. And here's where the magic happens. Nap time size learning modules. Stick with me here. Just like you know you cannot expect that toddler to focus for hours continuously, Your students need bite-sized pieces that they can complete in 15 to 30 minutes. If you notice this past couple of podcasts, especially the ones I'm going through right now, they're not the usual 30-minute to an hour podcasts. I'm giving them to you in bite-sized pieces. I'm practicing what I preach. Why? Because success breeds success. And I'm giving you an example. Remember Jennifer we talked about? She structured her financial literacy course like she structured her kids' allowance. Small tasks, clear outcomes, immediate rewards, progressive challenges, and consistent check-ins. Let's take this and turn it into your implementation timeline that actually works for busy people. On Monday, you're going to watch one short video. Okay. On Tuesday, you're going to complete one worksheet. Now, mind you, I'm speaking as you as the student. On Wednesday, they're going to implement one small change. On Thursday, they're going to share one small win. Heck, any win, a big win. And on Friday, they're going to review and calibrate. You see, very easy. Move them along the process. But here's the key, and this is important. So stick with me. You need to balance quick wins, long-term transformation. Think about teaching your kid how to ride a bike. They need that immediate win of being able to stay upright on that bike for at least 3 seconds, right? You see that smile burst up on their face. I did it. But then they need to build towards being able to ride down the street or around the block. Okay. Same process we're going to go through here. In your course, you want to structure it so your students get a day one win, something they can accomplish right away. Get that big smile on their face. Daddy, I did it. Mommy, I did it. Right? A week one win, right? Something small, but a significant change at this point. A month one win. A notable transformation is starting to happen at this point. And of course, at the completion of the course, their big breakthrough moment, their aha, oh shit, I finally did this. Yeah. You want to remember that you're not just teaching information. You're guiding them towards a transformation. Just like you didn't just teach your kid to memorize math facts. You taught them how to think critically and solve problems. Okay? Now, that moves us to the B in our stable framework, STABLE. We're going to build and beta test. And I can hear you again, magic headphones kicking in here, but Tracy, I need everything to be perfect before I can launch. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you waited until your parenting was perfect, your kids would probably still be in diapers in high school. Okay, so let me give you a truth bomb here. Perfection isn't just the enemy of progress. It is the complete killer of profits.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
Let me give you a quick story. One of my students spent 6 months, SIX months, trying to create the perfect course about meal planning. Meanwhile, someone else on the other side of the Facebook group recorded her entire course content during her kids' sports practices using just her phone and her real life experiences. Yeah, you want to guess which one is now generating 5 figures a month? I'll give you a hint. It's not the perfectionist. Okay, so let me show you how to test your course inside pockets of time you already have. We're going to call this the parent playground method for beta testing. Number 1, you're going to record yourself explaining the concepts you're going to be teaching while you're doing household tasks. Whatever it is, running errands, sweeping the floors, just go ahead and record it. Multitask. Record it while you're doing those things. Number 2, you're going to share quick tips in Facebook groups that you are already in that are relevant to the content you're going to be teaching. Okay? Just share the tips. Don't ask for, just share the tips. Number 3, you're going to test your exercises during play dates, during school pickup times, while you're waiting for the dance recital to be done, whatever it is. And then number 4, you're going to practice your delivery during your daily commute. I got this idea from Anthony Robbins of all places. I remember being at an event down in Atlanta. It must have been like 12,000 people. And there he is down in the audience or on the stage in front of the audience. And he was talking about in his early days, he would practice his presentation all the way through the drive to the person he's going to be giving that presentation to. And he remembers any number of times looking over at people when they're at a stoplight or just driving alongside him on the freeway, looking at him like he was crazy. Who cares? Practice during your daily commute. Now, what about the beta testers? Well, finding your beta testers out there is a lot easier than you think. Remember all those parents that you chatted at during soccer practice or cheer practice or at the PTA meetings that you're chatting with all the time? The ones who asked for your advice, maybe? Yeah, those folks are your perfect beta testers. And here's why. They already trust you. They already understand the problem. They are probably in your target market, which is why you were chatting about them on the topic, and they will give you honest feedback. Here's my ninja trick for gathering feedback without overwhelming anyone, yourself included. It's the 3-question framework. I gave you 3 questions last time. It was actually 2, but I had to throw an extra one in here. This one has got 3 for you. This is the questions you're going to ask them. What worked best for you? Where did you get stuck? And what would make it even better? Yeah. And you want to listen. Very important. Simple, right? Yeah. Just ask the questions and listen. And just like when your kid's homework is way too complicated, by their level of frustration, you'll see it in their face. You'll watch it and their shoulders will be up. Okay, when it's all good, or they'll be down, saying, oh my God, I'm never going to get this done. You're going to know what needs adjusting in your course by listening and watching your beta testers' reactions. They may say, oh yeah, it was good. And you watch all of a sudden their face falls. So you're like, dig in right there because you're getting conflicting information. Okay. Now let's talk about making those adjustments on the fly. It's just like you adjust your parenting strategies based on your child's current needs. You want to do this with your course. You need to be flexible with your course and the content. Let's call this your playground pivot, shall we? Okay. You want to notice where people are struggling, like you asked them. You want to adjust the explanation that's in the content and then test a new approach and repeat until it clicks, until they're going, oh my God, that was amazing. I wish you did that. Oh, right. When you get those kind of reactions, that's your sweet spot right there.
The Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
But here's why it really matters. And this is crucial, so lean in here. Success metrics aren't about perfection. They're about progress. The only metrics that I want you to care about are, did they take action? Did they get results? Would they recommend it to other people? And can they explain it to someone else? If you answered yes to all of those questions, winner, winner, chicken dinner, you got a winner on your hands. Even if your videos aren't perfect, even if your slides aren't pretty, even if the lighting is questionable, even if you recorded half your content with your kids and your dogs and your spouse yelling in the background, like that right there. Okay. Now that, my Dark Horse friends and family, brings us to my favorite part of the podcast, the Whiskered Wisdom, that one actionable tip that I give you that you can take right now so you can start seeing results. I got to give you something for spending your time with me, right? And here it is. Here's your Whiskered Wisdom for today. I want you to take your child's favorite activity, something that they learned step by step by step. Maybe it's riding a bike. Maybe it's tying their shoes. That's probably not their favorite activity. Maybe it's cheerleading. My daughter's favorite activity was cheerleading. Maybe it's making their bed. Okay. Whatever it is, I want you to grab your phone. No, seriously, go ahead and grab it. You got it? I'll wait. Got it? Good. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to spend 5 minutes. This isn't 5 minutes for me. This is 5 minutes for you. It's all I'm asking for, though. Spend 5 minutes and write down exactly how they learned it. What was step one? What was that very first small win that lit up their face and kept them going? Where did they stumble? Where did they bumble? Where did they fall? Where did they faceplant? Literally or figuratively? And how did you help them through that? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want this to be a trip down memory lane, although it could be fun. This exercise is going to give you the perfect template for structuring your course modules. Because here's the thing. The way we naturally teach our kids, breaking down complex tasks into bite-sized pieces, celebrating small wins, and pushing through those obstacles, that's exactly how our adult counterparts are going to learn best as well. So don't overthink it. Just document that natural teaching process, your natural teaching process. Your parental instincts are actually your course creation superpower. All right. So let's quickly recap what we've covered today. We dove deep into the A and the B of the stable framework, action plan development, and beta testing. We talked about turning your natural parental teaching skills into a course structure and how to test your course in pockets of time you already have. Now, if you're ready to turn these course creation strategies into real results, you need to join the Dark Horse Insider newsletter. That's my free weekly newsletter where I share the latest in digital marketing strategies designed specifically for my busy parent entrepreneurs. So go head on over to darkhorseinsider.com, or you can just click the link down in the show notes. I'll make it even easier for you. Each week, we're going to give you some actionable steps, some proven frameworks to help you build your course empire or whatever digital empire you're looking to build, all between sports practice and bedtimes. And speaking of building an empire, you're not going to want to miss the next episode. We're going to wrap up our stable framework with the L and the E: launch, strategy, design, and evolve and enhance. I'm going to show you exactly how to launch your course without losing family time and how to scale it while you sleep. Trust me, this is where everything starts to come together, and I've got some parent-specific strategies that will blow your mind. Until next time, my Dark Horse friends and family, think successfully and take action.
Hey, my Dark Horse entrepreneurs, thanks for investing your precious time with us today. I know that between soccer practice and bedtime stories, every single minute counts. And that's exactly why I created the Dark Horse Insider, your weekly dose of digital marketing strategies, all designed specifically for my busy entrepreneurs, especially my busy parent entrepreneurs. If you're ready to turn those small pockets of time into profitable momentum, head on over to darkhorseinsider.com. darkhorseinsider.com. And join our free newsletter, because we Dark Horses do not just run the race, we change how the race is won. Until next time, think successfully and take action. darkhorseinsider.com.